Digital Wonder presents 7 ways to spot a low-value man. Number 1. He has a low level of emotional intelligence. According to Daniel Goleman, emotional intelligence accounts for 80% of our success in life. Whilst it's hard to quantify something that is near impossible to measure, it is important to understand that emotional intelligence is a major factor in how successful and fulfilled someone is in life. Emotional intelligence is about being self-aware by knowing your strengths and weaknesses. It's about managing your emotions and understanding the emotions of others. It's also about managing and developing positive relationships in your life. In addition to exhibiting erratic behaviour, men with low emotional intelligence have difficulty accumulating power, wealth and climbing the social ladder. Number 2. They are not self-aware. Low self-awareness is characterised by men who are unaware of their interests, passions and preferences. Rather than following their own path, they always look towards others for guidance. In general, they are not good at working at their own projects and they prefer to work for someone else, in any kind of random generic job. Their self-control is lacking, so they aim for short-term pleasure instead of long-term success. Their impulse control is poor. This might manifest itself as having spending sprees on credit cards. They may also fall victim to emotional eating or substance misuse when trying to deal with their emotions or stress. Often a low-value man won't realise the things that are holding him back. They can sometimes have a sense of entitlement and overrate their strengths and skills in life. Number 3. He is unmotivated and has no purpose. You may have heard the quote, "Those who do not have a goal tend to work for those who do." Certainly there is some truth in this. Although working for someone else doesn't mean you're a low quality man, accepting whatever is offered to you without preference or ambition certainly does. A lack of purpose with no goal and no motivation, when combined with low sex drive, results in a human that is stuck, rooted and going nowhere in life. Often the only type of pleasure this type of man gets is from consumption. He doesn't produce anything or seek to gain pleasure from his achievements in life. A man with low self-esteem lacks motivation, passion and personal success. Although they might not be passionate about something, they may still want to experience success. What is their secret? They live vicariously through someone else. A low-value man can be passionate about things, goals and dreams that are outside of his control and add no value to his life. A low-value man is someone who, when he sees his favourite celebrity winning an award, he feels like he won it. There's nothing wrong with wanting the people we like to do well, but it shouldn't be your only source of satisfaction in life. Instead of working on their needs, they spend their time, energy and money watching, commenting and promoting the lives of others. Despite having a purpose, some men perceive themselves as low value because of the nature of that purpose. An example of a poor quality purpose is trolling someone, something or a group of people. It can be seeking pleasure from getting into online spats with people on social media. It can be a shallow purpose like getting involved with get-rich schemes, or just trying to sleep with as many women as possible without caring about anybody's feelings. Number 4. They have a big ego. We call a person cocky when they have a big ego with the skills to back it up. A person with a big ego and no skills we call delusional. Having a big ego alone is not enough to condemn a man as being low quality. Arrogance, for example, is a large ego paired with outstanding results. In spite of being detrimental, arrogance can be charismatic when people around you need your strength. Having a big ego without matching skills, expertise and results is truly tragic. When all you have is hot air, there's no substance, just someone who presents a "do you know who I am" attitude to the world. The 2 other issues that hinder the value of men with large egos are a fragile ego and a fixed mindset. A fragile ego and a big ego can coexist, contrary to popular belief. These are common characteristics of abusive men. Despite their big egos, they always need to be on the defensive to avoid getting hurt, since it's so easy to threaten that ego. It's because of that they get angry, especially with their spouse. Their wife's every move threatens their self-esteem. People with fixed mindsets don't think they can improve, so they don't believe in improving themselves. According to them, skills and personal qualities are fixed at birth and they define a person, so they begin to base their self-esteem on being good or being right. Can you see the flaw in that? For these men, winning is essential, as well as proving how good they are, in order to maintain their self-worth and self-image. They tend to be touchy, vindictive and defensive because they won't grow over time. They have a fixed mindset and don't seek to develop themselves. Relationships with them can also be difficult. They can't adapt to feedback and will get defensive. Number 5. He doesn't care. Often these days you hear the phrase, "I just don't care." In most cases this is a defensive mechanism intended to demonstrate fake superiority. Whilst it's true that we cannot care about everything in life, it is crucial that we really do care about the important things. A low value man does not care about the very things that would elevate his value. For example, what he does for a living, developing and improving his skills, the people he is friends with, and the health of his relationships. He also doesn't care much about how he looks either. In addition to looking dishevelled, he is cool with being overweight and wearing cheap, ill-fitting clothes. Many factors contribute to the low value of apathetic men. They lack creativity and innovation and are perpetually depressed. They can often tolerate bad relationships with people who disrespect them on a daily basis. Number 6. He is submissive. It is often said that men who are nice rarely make it to the top. This is because they have to demonstrate some assertiveness and sometimes even be aggressive in order to be successful. Still, the fact that a man is a nice guy on its own does not automatically make him a low-value man. However, excessively nice men tend to be low value. The problem is that many exceptionally nice guys aren't even nice, they're just scared. Their boundaries aren't enforced, so people are free to ignore them. Their bosses or co-workers may even humiliate them. They let their girlfriend control the relationship and even abuse them. Passive and low-value men don't speak their minds. Rather than directly communicate, he will use passive aggression when unhappy. Pushovers also tend to be overly respectful of authority. It's their way of keeping safe and avoiding conflict by mindlessly following orders and bootlicking. Number 7. An unsuccessful love life. Women are less likely to be interested in a low-value man. The problem with these men is they often obsess over one woman, chase all women, or are too fearful to talk to them at all. There is an overall scarcity mentality among them. It can also be a sign of a low-value man to pay unnaturally high attention to women or to seek out women just so they can make them feel better. When dating, low-value men either don't play any mind games at all because they wouldn't have a clue how to, or all they have is mind games because they have no self-esteem. Low-value men have anxious and avoidant attachment styles when it comes to relationships. Avoidance can be confused with being obnoxious, but they're actually afraid of intimacy. However, the main characteristic of low-value men is their anxiety. Men with anxiety seek constant intimacy and comfort in their commitment. When they are far apart from their partner, they may behave in a hyper-jealous and protective manner, in a misguided effort to keep her close. Low-value men place women on a pedestal. They chase them and idolize them. All in all, quality is not a binary value, something you either possess or don't possess. You can always improve it because it sits on a spectrum. A low-quality man will never act to increase his value. That is his single biggest characteristic. The lack of motivation prevents them from moving on in life. Aside from this, quality is also situational and influenced by context and environment. We are all capable of acting or thinking low value at times. To become a high value man, you need to strive to become one and take steps to accomplish that goal. No one is born high value or low value. It is also something that we cannot just achieve and forget about. It is an ongoing process that you need to strive towards every day. Subscribe and leave a comment and we will personally reply to you. Be sure to check out this playlist of our top videos and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.